They'll be calling you a radical. Headline, Barons. Baron, I'm a robber baron. Headline, nuclear failure. A blow to the industries. For Kevin reached into the bag and he slung the fucking stone. And it struck the nuclear giant. I told you I'd take those pieces of shit down. We need to finish the fucking job. So you could legally, new scale, I'm going to draw a piece of paper. I'm going to draw a piece of paper with a fucking, fairy tale, Easter bunny, unicorn. I'm going to call it Unicorn, Mermaids in the Great Salt Lake, fucking SMR, gonna save the world. You know about opportunity cost? You know how much fucking money they ripped off from us in Utah? Governor Cox, the bootlicker. Governor Cox needs to be in jail. He's the one. He did this. Him and Herbert. Governor Cox is signed a deal. He's feeding us your light bill here in Utah. Your light bill, my light bill, is going to Bill Gates. Yes. Yes, look it up. Utah signed deal. New scale, the first scale. Only one person on earth fought him. One. They shammed us. They took it public. They fucking scammed us for hundreds of millions of dollars in Utah. One of the great. Go give some money to Tim fucking Ballard. He gonna save you, fucking the sexual predator, Tim Ballard? Where the fuck are the attorneys on this? What they did? Kevin reached into the bag and he slung the fucking stone. And he struck the nuclear giant in the fucking head. These fucking thieving looters. And they're going to get away with it? The Reyes Connection! Remember when I used to go off on that? And I asked our Attorney General, Sean, right to his face, are you related to this guy? At the Bear River Massacre. Just think about that. Just remember, when the settlers got here, in Utah, this was Mexico. I got news for you. This was Mexico. Brownsville! Captain Brown! Fremont! Fremont High! Fremont! Do you know about Fremont? Do you know about how they named the Fremont tribe? Do you know about that? That's the most racist fucking thing in history. Harvard professor, 1920. It's the same clan that came out here. Just remember, North Carolina graduate student going to prove this basin. He's going to come to Utah and prove to these Utahns. Yay! Just like a football coach at Weber said, yay, yay, yay! And he cut down the oldest fucking tree in the world. What? What are you talking about, Blanch? Look it up. 1960. Same thing. They found freaking indigenous people's bones along the Fremont River. Do you know what a fucking killer Fremont was? Do you know how evil that guy was? Well, to think the fact that Peter Skeen Ogden, it's named after Ogden. Do you know how evil he was? Whoa, the fucking whole country's a fucking lie. And it just keeps going on. Nuclear, the fucking greatest lie of them all. New scale from hell. This is Barron's headline. I told you I would take these fuckers down. We need to finish the nuclear energy crime center. I like how everybody's, we got centrifuging going back in Ohio. Ohio's got to become my God, what is the matter with you people in Ohio? Keep shipping them out here. Our football coach, going to save Utah. Our culture center, going to say, oh my God, please go back. This is the same people that the FBI caught the legislators inside Ohio. Look up Larry Householder. He's doing 23 years in prison for accepting bribes to bail out the nuclear energy crime syndicate. And Ohio, after they caught him, sent him to prison. Fucking First Energy Stadium. Go Brown. At least they took that name off. They still bailed him out. I want your other sister. I told you. There's no way this happens with New Scale without Kevin Blanch. Shadow ban me on Balco. Shadow ban me on chemo. Go ahead. Fucking anybody who really matters, for we are few and they are many. The contemporized fucking shit show, if you're part of that, I like it. You call yourself an activist. I was standing with God, if she's a Greek goddess, I'm Adonis. I'm Atlas. I'm Hercules. I am the son of fucking Cassandra. Oh yeah. Do you know about Cassandra? I was standing here when they called the election. 2020. French TV was interviewing me for the umpteenth time. Esquez-vous parlez français, Wasatch. Come steal the fur. Call it Utah! So you do know about Fremont. Yet, that's what they call this indigenous tribe. Who named them? Some graduate student from Harvard. That's got to be the greatest racial slur in history. This country is a giant fucking lie. I knew that from the time I was a fucking kid. I mean, I grew up here. My mom worked at the Intermountain Indian School. They're not from fucking India. Yet it's still called the Indian Affairs. What the fuck? Talk about fucking genocide. I had that figured out when I was like fucking 5. Well, when I'm playing in the fucking wigwams. You know, having conversations with my grandparents. Hey, what are you talking about? I mean, people lived in those. What people? They're teaching us at Sunday school, at primary, every day about Gentile. What's a Gentile? What? I got baptized for the dead. Whoa. Did it freak me out? Not really. It did my twin sister. Without my permission? Without my parents' permission? Oh, yeah. Right in the Ogden Temple. I mean, I thought it was a hell of a learning experience. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Go give your money to fucking Tim Ballard. Don't you realize this whole fucking country is a giant fucking lie? Don't you know that? And nuclear is their greatest fucking tip of their spear? First they come for the indigenous fucking people. Native America Vespucci was a fucking map maker from Florence, Italy. I fucking went to his grave and did videos at his grave. Who never set foot here? Draw a fucking line, call it ours. My flag's bigger than your flag. Fucking last of the Mohicans on Balco. These European imperialist freaks have been fighting over this fucking land for 500 fucking years. Well, you know what's called Wasatch and Utah? To hide. Esquez-vous parlez français, no? Who's the savages? Fucking Jim Bridger on Balco. Fuck Jella Smith on chemo. I could write a whole fucking book just on this fucking dynamic right here where I live in Ogden. Chief Cherokee. Oh, they shot him in the head right over by the Harrisville fucking church. Little soldier, he fought back. I'm fucking real. Their greatest capitulation, their fucking tool is nuclear. And you got one guy fighting new scale from hell. This is right from Barron's today. Right from Barron's today. Bring me out of the shadows. The sun. How did those... You can believe the stuff I have that I found right here on my own property. Well, my property. Say my fucking property. You know? Inherited. I don't believe in fucking property ownership. I really don't. You know, I really have a native belief system. You know, I really do. The Shoshone, this is Shoshone land. You just call me Soso Goya. You know, growing up here in West Weber, in Ogden, the very first white person buried, European invader. I shouldn't say white because they were all colors, the European invaders. Whoa, everything in California is named after who? What? Whoa. Let's get some gold. Let's get some silver. You know, I didn't do it. Did my ancestors do it? Oh, fuck yes. All of us did. You know, we fight over fucking, we talk about racism. Fuck. You want to talk racism? Be of native descent. You know. And I really don't understand how just because you're born into a fucking line, how you're somehow they. You're not them. We all have free agency. We all have free agency. You know, me and my brother are completely opposite of each other. Fuck, I have a twin sister. We're so fucking different, it's unbelievable. We're individuals. Our choices. The choices our ancestors led us to this place, led us here. It was evil. Genocide? First, they come for the indigenous people. I won't stop there. Then they came for the fucking buffalo. Won't stop there. Then they came for the carrier pigeons. I won't stop there. Then they came for the big fucking beautiful mule deer. Fuck, they used to fucking auction them off out at Antelope Island where they don't hunt the biggest in the world. And you walk right up here, Bambi. Won't stop there. They came for the geese. They came for the ducks. They entombed the pond at Weber State. They come for the fucking tundra swans. They come for the muskrats. They came for the fur in Ogden. This is all marsh. It was all wetland. I used to play in the wigwams when I was a kid. I can still show you where they still are. This mega welfare dairy, the early pioneers here who pushed hand carts across here. My family, oh yeah. They brought apples. They brought asparagus. I cut asparagus in the spring for my whole life until this guy sprayed Roundup all over it, killed it all, and poisoned it. And he calls himself Christian. The same guy that backhanded the migrant worker in the fucking face and knocks that 320-pounder who drained off the fucking wetlands illegally. And they get away with the shit. We have laws. They're only as good as the enforcement of the fucking laws. They came for the ducks. They came for the red-winged blackbirds. They came for the fucking sandpipers. The killdeers, my favorite. They came for the people. Spraying fucking Roundup, spraying some chemical we don't even know right down state roads. I catch them with a homemade rig. They don't care. They don't care. Manifest destiny on chemo. Why would they stop at the Pacific Ocean? They didn't. Then they came for the sequoias. Can you imagine? Can you imagine you walk across, you're from Europe, and you get here, you get all the way from shining fucking nuclear radiated coast to shining nuclear radiated coast, and you see these cathedrals called sequoias. And you're like, holy. Have you ever been to the sequoias? Have you ever slept in the fucking redwoods? Oh, I have lots of times. From the time I was a little kid, I started fucking hitchhiking fucking through just to go see the fucking redwoods when I was 15 fucking years old. I grew up on the landscape. I grew up literally outdoors with my sleeping bag. You know, when it was warm enough. On the fucking great wetland, on the great delta, on the great marsh, it was like a fucking symphony. I could watch the fucking tundra swans come in. It blow your fucking mind. No painting could ever do justice. They didn't ride horses, and they didn't have cows. They're not native here. Oh, I am. I'm born here. Last of the Mohicans on Bauco, on chemo. Can you imagine taking a chainsaw and cutting one of those down? You had to be in awe. I don't care how unconscious and sick you are. You know, the Navajo here believe that human beings are born inherently evil. And you have to work on it. Other tribes don't. You know, the Fremont? Oh, I'll do another piece. I got to show you the. I mean, that's so disgusting. So some guy from Harvard decides their name. Oh, I named after the Fremont River. Who the fuck do you think the Fremont River's named after? Fremont High! This is no shit. I'm here in West Weber, and I go to the hearing. They're trying to incorporate fucking West Weber. I show up at the hearing. They're voting on names. This guy says, God, we just found out Fremont's available. And I stood up. Are you out of your fucking mind? I just said it. You know what? I can go up to the Sacramento River and look at it. I'm like, are you kidding me? He was here for such that time. I mean, he makes Kit Carson look like a fucking church. Remember when the tree went through the Kit Carson marker and I videoed it? And I kept saying, can I have it? Can I have it? No. You know, they tore it down through it in the dump. Mother Nature will handle this. Huh. Okay. Can you imagine cutting down a sequoia? Honestly, I want you to think about it. Can you imagine cutting down a sequoia? So you go to the... I see, you know, I've shot all those videos. I got kicked out of the Natural History Museum. Why? Remember we did that great piece and I put Finnegan and Eric, the famous artist in New York, up on the stage. It was an empty stage. I says, listen, just stand there. I'm going to go through there and video. You know, they finally said they're getting ready. They're stuffed, you know, people in Teddy's house. They tore down the statue. Remember I shot those videos right up its freaking... You're in Frankfurt, Germany, the NFL over there. Oh. Is that right? No, that's almost like a compliment, right? I was so against them taking off the Cleveland name The Indians. I was so against, I mean, Indians. They're not from India. You know? I was so against that. You know, at least the Washington Redskins used to put these beautiful programs all out in the 40s and the 50s, and they would honor these famous chiefs on their covers. Have you ever seen them? I have one. I got to dig it out. Chief Cherokee here, shot in the head. He's going to prove the freaking Brigham Young and Jim Bridger. You know, this was going to be called Bridger, Utah. But Wyoming already took that. You know, he accepted the indigenous people's way. He married one of them. They were going to rechange. It was called Brownsville, remember? Remember, he was selling off freaking plots of land right here, including to my family. That I still live on the land. Last of the Mohicans on Balco, on chemo. Manifest destiny on Balco, on chemo. This land is my land. This land is your land. From nuclear radiated sea, Roundup fucking poison and fucking Bear Monsanto to sea. We're going to settle, sure they are. When we're all dead. Name the toxic hellhole, third world country. Reeling out of control, psychotic debt. Unlike no fucking debt structure in the history of fuck. The tulip fucking bubble on Balco. Hyper psychotic inflation. An imperialist fucking war pig machine that the fucking peasants feed. Pay the Dragon Slayer. It's imperialism. Don't you see this is imperialism? Fucking new. It's old. Same old thing. 1913 with their guns and their tanks and their bombs and their white phosphorus and their depleted uranium. How do you think we get that shit from nuclear energy? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Can you imagine cutting down? You go to Teddy's house, the first time you walk in, you look at that giant, beautiful, incredible guy was arguing with the other. They hollowed him out of redwoods. It's as obvious as the scars across my fucking face. That's where? Diablo Canyon. Do you know how it's named Diablo? When the Spanish invaders got there and was telling the Chumash, the apple farmers, what they used to float down the coast all the way from the top of Nome, Alaska, all the way from Acapulco. And they would meet. They had abundance of food because of the fish. You know, the apples. They would trade with each other. They would dance. They would do plays. Savages. Who's the fucking savages of nuclear? Why would they stop at the fucking Pacific Ocean? Oh, they didn't. The Great Pacific Genocide. Fukushima. Kevin reached in the bag. This is a headline at Barron's today. Oh. That never happens, New Scale, without Kevin Blanch. Never. One fucking person. You don't think one person can make it? No wonder I'm so fucking shadow banned. No wonder. Kevin and Karen Sick, they try to make a sequel out of me. In critical condition, fighting for my life, and they can legally. The son of a Special Forces Marine, the son who raised me, my uncle who stood on Omaha Beach on fucking D-Day. Fuck, those guys were beasts. Fucking, I mean, world-class fucking athletes, fucking unbelievable fucking men. And they were all anti-fucking war. All of them. Anti-nuclear fucking... I was conceived as San Onofre on the beach. That La Jolla tennis playing mother of mine. My father fucking born right here, died right here. His father. His father. His father. Huh. This didn't belong to them. Captain Brown sold them land. I'll do another piece of the university today. He lied. This was Mexico. He said he had deeds from the king. The government took him back over. Something rotten in the new fucking Denmark. Do you know how there's so much Danish descent in Utah? You know why? Go to Denmark. Because in the 1860s, they leveled the country again. The Prussians, if the Prussians didn't get them, the fucking Germans did. The country had been leveled. There were no men left. You know, you go there, oh, your great-grandpa was a polygamist. Yep, right there. There's 2 polygamous houses right next to mine. He had 2 wives? He had not one beautiful Danish girl, but he had 2. Yep. Fuck, who's better than those guys? And by the way, have you ever seen a Danish girl? Whoa. I will quote a guy told me in Europe, Kevin, what's going on in the United States right now, if you don't get a hold right here, right now, you're going to live like we did. You're going to live like we did in Vienna. You're going to live 1,200 years of fucking tyranny until there's fucking blood knee-deep in the fucking streets. I says, yeah. Do you know the Brownings are from here in Ogden? You know how that was? Oh, they know that fucking story. Fucking, whoa. Whoa, I don't think people have any of the starvation, the famine, the fucking death that went on that led up to World War I and World War II. Here we go again. Here we go again. You better get, I'm trying. I'm fucking trying. Why would they stop? They cut down 96% of those fucking trees. You ever slept in the redwoods? You ever fucking been to the fucking big, beautiful sequoias? Have you ever seen them? You ever looked up at them? I remember the first time when I was a kid, I saw them. It was like, I remember I used to be in the car with my grandparents headed to PB. And there was no freeway. Stopping, fuck, I'd be 100 miles away. I'd be having fits, and my grandma would be tickling my hand, calming me. What's with him? What's with that boy? You know he can smell the ocean. Yeah. Heightened senses. I was one of those kids. Gifted. Conscious. I knew that this land had been stolen from the time I was 5 years old. I knew they were teaching us fucking lies. I knew it was all lies. I knew it because I was out on the landscape. I watched the Symphony of Swans. Oh, fuck, where I grew up, right behind my house, it was like bleach. You should have seen it at fucking evening. It would flood out fucking, a couple 100 acres would fill up and just millions of fucking blue herons, tundra swans, every migratory fucking duck you could ever play. And just, it was literally, it would blow your fucking mind. The muskrats, the red-winged blackbirds, fucking hundreds and thousands of fucking songbirds singing. Fucking mind-boggling. All gone. For what? The indigenous people here didn't farm this, Grant. They weren't farmers. That's such a manufactured bullshit. They weren't farmers. Soso Goya to walk, to follow the food. They took what they could fucking needed. Lived in harmony. The big mule deer fucking missing. Fuck, how about the mighty elk? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you know that Utah passed a law to hunt cougars fucking year round? I had a cougar in my backyard. Right here in West, right in my, and I sleep with my window open. Right there. And that tree is literally 10 feet from my fucking window. And I heard it. Poof. I heard the ungodliest squeal I ever heard in my fucking life. I'm like, holy fuck. I opened the window and have a little light, and I shined it, and there he was, dragging off a fucking young deer. Whoa. Whoa, they're native here. It's like in fucking Oregon. Their answer, because the Pacific Ocean, the Fukushima pouring in, there's no byproduct for that? Psychos. And why are we so afraid of them? Their answer is to shoot fucking seals and sea lions for eating salmon. Congress passed it. Look it up. 2018, same old thing as 1918, with their guns and their tanks and their nuclear. Go after the peasants. Go after the natives. Go after the indigenous people. Huh. You can call it anything you want. It's imperialism. It's expansion. So when they went to Polk, oh my God, what an evil lying fucker. When he went into Texas, and they baited that in. Remember the Alamo! Davy Crockett! Oh my God, what manufactured bullshit stories. Juno Taylor marched all the way to Mexico City. Santa Anna, their general, remember how the Spaniards would put 37 names on each person? He was back in Mexico City settling the umpteenth fucking revolution because they used to have one every other fucking week there. Talk about what they did to the indigenous people in Mexico, what they did in Argentina, what they fucking did in Brazil, what they fucking did at all these fucking lands. Holy fuck. Who's the savages? It's all a fucking lie. The great American experiment's a fucking lie. Don't you know that? I've known that since I was a kid. I'd go to school. I was gifted. I had the highest scores. I remember they came in when I was in 5th or 6th grade. They had these new tests on fucking not writing music, but hearing music. They didn't even tell me. They didn't tell my mom. They didn't tell my dad that I had the highest scores in the country. They didn't tell nobody. They didn't even tell me until I got into fucking 8th grade. And a guy counselor found me. He says, you're gifted, you know. Gifted? What are you talking about? I had a 2nd grade teacher, Olene Walker. Yeah, the first governor, she grew up right over there. Her mother was my 2nd grade teacher. Her auntie was my first. They knew. My grandma knew what I was. Just go outside, live on the landscape, get in symphony with it. You'll fucking be able to adapt, Kevin. This American Western culture is giving me issues. I knew that it was giving me issues. I knew that I was being fed a line of bullshit from the time I was a little kid. I knew it was a lie. I used to tell teachers, what are you talking about? I planned the waves. I fucking grew up here in fucking PB. Fucking PB, I talk to people all the time. Do you know what the fucking name of fucking Mission Bay Boulevard was? And these are people who lived there for years. No. Look down on Allison Street. It's a fucking lie. Don't you know what they did to the fucking marshes here in San Diego? Don't you know? They tore out the barrier reefs. They tore them out. The fucking beaches are fucking manufactured. They come in and groom them every morning at 4 o'clock. I sleep on the fucking beach. I have my whole life. I don't surf. And I didn't grow up as a fucking surfing community. I grew up when we swam in the fucking ocean. We can't now. Fucking poison. Toxic. They came across this fucking land. Remember they drew the fucking line along the Appalachian? No settlers could fucking live the colonies on the other side because it will incite the fucking Indians. Columbus was lost. They went anyway. You think you're going to stop them? You think they're going to stop at the Pacific Ocean? This country is a giant fucking lie from day one. This land belongs to fucking indigenous people, and we stole it through fucking mass murder, genocide, which has been still going on to this fucking day, and we're the ones supporting it. Well, who the fuck are we? Well, come on. I am direct bloodlines of Abraham Lincoln. That's a fact on the Tracy side. There's a fucking... you don't think we know here? Fuck, here in Utah, we're the best genealogists in the world besides the Danes. Oh, I know. I'm direct bloodlines of Alexander Hamilton. I helped restore his fucking grave in New York. Oh, you, Johnny come lately! There's a new kid in town. I'm a New York City activist. Yay, look at me. What have you accomplished? What have you accomplished? I showed you my resume. You show me yours. Wild critical condition. The accomplishments I have, you think I was involved in the shirtwaist fire getting that fucking marker on the wall? Oh, yeah, my whole life. Fucking, you don't know shit. I videoed, put it on. Show me what you accomplished. I'm a peace activist, she told fucking the French TV. And the French fucking, he says looked at us both and he says, well, you got to be incredibly disappointed. He says, and that was her speaking, not me. He says, you got to be good. You've lost every battle you've ever fucking fought since fucking 2000. That's when she showed up. I said, wait a minute. I'm an anti-nuclear energy activist. I haven't lost. Fuck, you know how many reactors I've shut down? Without my cancer, without my fight, we never shut down Syndicate. You don't even know the truth of Fukushima without Kevin Blanch. We sure the fuck don't fucking stop fucking Newscale from hell from looting you. We don't stop Boo Castle. We don't stop Dwayne Arnold. We don't stop fucking Indian Point in New York City. We don't stop Oyster Creek down by 3 Mile Island up Balco, 9 Mile Point. Bail them out. Fucking in Ohio. Fucking not me. I'm not fucking playing with their condemn. I don't believe in your state lines. I don't believe in your fucking calendar. It's like I was arguing, what is it even winter yet? Oh, you're going on that calendar? Can't you feel the temperature? Can't you walk outside? Fucking. The calendar's a fucking crock of shit. Weekends are a lie. It's all a fucking lie. The 40-hour work week is now 65. That's all manufactured bullshit. How did those people survive for all years? The sun. The sun shines fucking 320 days a fucking year. Shadow ban me. Fucking no video counts, no views, no nothing. When I'm fighting for my life, fucking in critical condition. You label me, I'll fucking label you. Fucking rip me open, pour me out. There's things inside that scream and shout. Where's your fucking crown? Governor Cox, Governor Herbert. I've interviewed them all. Those videos should have millions of views. I could sit in a studio and regurgitate, get a team of fucking people, blah, 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 and just fucking radio go. So when they invaded, went all the way to Mexico, Santa Ana was back there. They got to his mansion there, which is now Texas, right on the other side. He lost his leg in a battle. Go to Mexico. You think racism between fucking European invaders and the indigenous peoples doesn't still exist there? Oh boy, I'm about to go on chemo. They got Santa Ana's fucking prosthetic leg. Where's Santa Ana's prosthetic leg? That's all they got. We got a fence. We got a border. How about E-Verify? I mean, it could be cleaned up. That's the only thing that dirtbag liar fucking Mitt Romney fucking says is true. Both parties are in on this. This is about cheap labor. Fuck, it's against the law to pay someone fucking cash. But that's the cash economy in every fucking state. Go to the fucking restaurants in New York City and look on the fucking windows. We don't accept credit cards, cash only. Look who's catching. I mean, in Fort Greene, where I've spent so many fucking years of my life, you go to that great fucking bar there to watch the games with lots of ex-NFL players, lots of SNBA I've got to be friends with. Have some real Guinness. It's a fucking Irish bar that serves English food cooked by Mexicans. Cash only! Fucking $5 a beer, $6 a beer, just in the last decade. $14 a beer! Let's go to Nick's! I'm like, fuck you. When I walk in, I'm fucking grandfathered in when I go to PBXs. I'm fucking grandfathered in! I'm not paying more than $5 for your fucking, your E. coli fucking beer. Drink up, we have a desal plant in San Diego! What? Fuck, you know how much, the water quality, that's the only reason I don't live in San Diego. Right now, the only reason. All the tide pool work, the greatest marine biologists in fucking American history. I don't believe in your borders. I don't believe in your state fucking lines. I don't believe in your flag. But my flag's bigger than your flag. Look, we got the biggest flag in the world. I remember here in fucking Utah when they were anti-flag. They called this Deseret. They had their own fucking currency. They had their own merchants. They had their clear when I was a kid. ZCMI, remember? Fuck, they had good food. Fuck that. Ooh, homemade candy. Oh my God. Right on 24th and Washington, over the bridge to the fucking mall. Now they're flag wavers. My flag's bigger than your flag. They were anti-war. Fuck, a lot of them, including my family, accepted the native ways. They were really close friends with them. Chief Cherokee's murdered the first person buried in the cemetery. Whitey in this fucking Weber County. Oh, his last name's Blanch. Got an arrow through the fucking heart, and they were friends with him. It's like I argue, where's Chief Cherokee? I know where Chief Cherokee's buried. Because in native cultures, we don't write it down. You do exactly what Kevin Blanch is doing. When you get up and speak, and I've known this since I was a little kid, I used to be at the Intermountain Indian School all the time. They were all Navajo. They would bust them in. Fucking most beautiful people. I told you the great story about me racing the half mile. I was a good half miler. Up there, Coach Reed took me up there. He was so smart to teach us. And I was the number one in the county. Of course, except I don't step back and quit running the mile and run the half. You couldn't beat that guy. Yeah, the BYU coach, the world-class Olympian. I used to have to race against him. We're up there, and I've got the county record at the time. His long, beautiful, straight black hair flying in the wind. I'm like, he's got to think he's going fucking a quarter mile. We used to call it that 880. We were learning metrics. We were learning recycling. We were getting pretty good at it. He just kept going. I got in there and he says, you just ran your fast time. I says, fuck, that's the county record I just fucking wrote. That kid beat me, daylighted me. I says, that's got to be the, he says, here's the time he showed me. I says, that's the state record for high school. We were in junior high. Wildquist. They tore that fucker down and threw all the trophies in that beautiful cage, including trophies that my name was on. Because Brent, my fucking nephew's a teacher. And he says, you know what they did? And I says, you got to be shitting me. Leslie Hodson Masterpiece. I went to all Leslie Hodson. They tore down West Weber Elementary. Leslie Hodson Masterpiece. Frank Lloyd Wright. They threw them in the fucking dump. Including the trophies with my name on them. I says, well, that's the new state record. Nope. That's why I brought you up here, Kevin, to prove a point to you, all of you kids. He gathers around. He says, you know why that doesn't count? Why? Because they're Indians. And that was in 1974. Same year they killed Karen Silkwood. Western Zirconium right behind my house. They tried to make a sequel out of me. For Kevin reached into the bag and he slung the stone. The country and western version of Hamlet. I used to tell my grandma, I'm living it. This reminds me of living in the south of France. How do you know you've never been there? I used to tell her, how do you know? I was an Einstein guy before there was an Einstein guy. Fucking had a dream when I was an 11-year-old boy that life bent. Oh boy. I used to tell her, I can see the future, Grandma. What? What? Yeah, no, I can. I really can. And if this YouTube vlog hasn't fucking proven that I can, I don't profit from it. Karma matters. 12 years ago, I was given 2 months to fucking live. I've had open heart surgery twice. This is truly fucking the country and western version of Hamlet. Of course, despite that I was ever born to set this right. For Hamlet and Cassandra, I stood at the castle in Denmark where my family lines are from. And fucking flipped my soup can right there at Hamlet's Castle and the wind howling across there. That'd be Shakespeare, boys. Sweet are the uses of adversity! Kevin Blanch, I have thousands of fucking cliches like that. And what's their answer to me? You kettle me. I invented the term internet kettling. I invented thousands of fucking terms. Fuktonium, the father of Fuktonium, Kevin Blanch. First, they come for the fucking indigenous people. Talk about a mass genocide. I stayed up all night in a fucking bookstore called the City of Lights. Smells like spaghetti. Must be Ferlinghetti. Back. Kerouac. Oh, the Fuktonium! I stayed up all night in that bookstore in the City of Lights. I read a book that had never been written before by Kevin D. Blanch, called The Great Pacific Genocide. I knew communications. I knew that the written word only changes around the fucking fringes. At the core, the visual genre. The visual genre is thousands of times more fucking powerful than the written word ever dreamed of being. I knew what I was doing. Did I change the world? Well, I sure took a lot of nuclear down. Got them on their fucking knees. Finish them off, Blanch. Finish them off. Kevin Blanch versus the nuclear energy crime scum. For I reached into the fucking bag and I slung my fucking soup can and it struck the fucking nuclear giant in the forehead. And the nuclear giant fell to the earth and radiated the earth for time and all eternity. Fucking, you label me, I'll label you. Where's your fucking crown? The great American experiment. You need to learn to speak American. American Vespucci fucking was from fucking Florence, Italy, who never set foot here. Fucking, he spoke Italiano and Spanish. So do my grandkids. They speak English, Spanish, and Italiano. I don't believe in your fucking lines. I don't believe in your fucking manufactured bull. I don't believe in weekends. I don't believe in 40-hour work weeks, 60-hour work weeks. I don't believe in your enslavement. I don't fucking participate. Fucking, it's like everybody says, oh, I hate the government. I hate the government. You sure cash those PPP loans because those PPP loans are from your children's future. Tax the future. Get to my friends. Fucking third world America. Reeling out of control that psycho-hyper and fucking inflation. Crumbling infrastructure. Healthcare fucking from fucking hell. Homeless crisis from hell. Mental health issues from hell. Do Don't drink the fucking water, Nissan Planet, Carlsbad, California. Drink up your fucking beer in San Diego. Let's go fucking surfing USA. Surfers who can't surf, seers who can't skirt. It's all a cliche. Monterey Bay's a fucking cliche. Not me, not me, not me. The Great Pacific Genocide by Kevin D. Blanch takes them to their fucking knees. Finish them off. Stay in tune.